free.
The Playoff. Neil versus Kitch. Deciding who knows more about sport.
Well, true to form, Neil's back, I'm back, well, sort of back, and Pranav's nowhere to be found in the studio. I mean, 5:20, it's only been this way for, 6 months?
It is, but then again, see, it's also been for him in the same way for 6 months that he doesn't arrive on time.
Yeah.
So it's probably a matter of habit more than anything else.
He's always late. Anyway, back on again. Good to see you, Pranav.
Good to see you too, guys.
Pumped for another edition of the playoff?
Well, I am pumped, actually, because we've gone a stretch beyond football, motorsport, and cricket for this quiz. The questions are pretty straightforward. We do have cricket and football, because why not? Big talking points in the context of our stories as well.
Now, they often say in media, never ask a question that you already don't know the answer of.
Which is true.
Pranav?
I'm lost with that. Never ask a question
that you don't, that you wouldn't want to be asked yourself, I would say. But I'm going to break the rules here and say, what is the score between Neil and myself right now? Because that's one of the key roles of the quizmaster. Is it not, Neil?
It is.
It's Neil leading, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, we know it's been that way for 4.5 months.
I'm going to go and say Neil's on 68. Right, I don't think he's crossed the 70.
Answer. I know competitive Neil knows what it is.
I don't think he's crossed the 70 mark. Kitch, you are on 46. I think that's what we are at.
It's 67 last.
67?
Yeah, not 68.
And Kitch, you remember your score, I believe?
64.
There's no chance of that happening. You're on 46.
46. I'll take
46,
that.
67, 46.
Let's get things underway. Here we go.
First question of the evening. Rain might wash away a lot of the games, but records keep happening at the T20 World Cup in Australia. Who is New Zealand's highest T20 wicket taker?
Oh, Kitch.
Go for it.
Well, I'm just going to have to say Trent Bolt.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
Love the confidence in that you didn't dissect the answer, and that's why you probably got it wrong, Kitch.
Wow.
Neil.
New Zealand's highest wicket taker in T20.
Time's ticking.
Right. In T20.
It's probably one of those middle of the road medium pace.
Yeah, I know that's what even I'm thinking of. Yeah. No.
Time's ticking. You got 3 seconds.
No, I pass.
Oh, you passed on this. How can anyone go beyond Tim Southee?
What was either Trent Bolt or Tim Southee? It's one of the
Tim
others.
Southee is one of the most obvious answers given the longevity of his game. He's been around longer than Trent Bolt.
I'm just glad it wasn't Scott Styris.
Scott Styris hasn't even played that much of cricket.
Well, I tell you why. Because he played for my grade cricket club in Sydney.
Okay.
Yeah, he came and played like 1 October and November before the New Zealand season started. So you've got Australia and then like your BBL level, and then he played in essentially the Sydney competition. And we were all excited because Scott Styris. And you could go down to the ground. It was one of those suburban grounds in Sydney where you've got to be careful where you park your car in case he gets hit by a 6. Right. He got tanked every single match.
Ouch.
Just got plummeted. They just, everyone's like, oh, here's the international. Tonk, 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 6, 6, 6. And we were like, how useless is this guy? Then gets selected to play for New Zealand, and in a one-day international first game, bowls like 5 for 27. And gets like the greatest ODI figures in New Zealand's history.
Kitch,
and we're like, what is with this guy?
If you have a good batting average, it's possibly because you played against Scott Styris back then. Otherwise, no chance.
Anyway.
Second question of the evening, guys. We spoke about redemption for Cristiano Ronaldo. Whose redemption day is it today between the two of you? How many goals has Cristiano Ronaldo now scored in club competition?
Neil.
Go for it.
700.
Incorrect.
I knew that one. I'm going to say Kitch, and I'm going to go 701.
And that's Kitch is right. A 1 goal difference, Neil, and that counts. Every bit of it counts.
I'm going to kick back on this question.
Where did you actually get this number, Kitch? I'm really curious. You didn't have to dissect the answer, just confidence through and through.
No, the R word. Research. Because we spoke about Cristiano Ronaldo, you know how he came on 9 minutes to go, got the goal last night, and doing research, reading the story, it said how it was 701st goal.
Well, so you admit you don't watch any football then? So it's all thanks to Google then?
Listen, there's a little thing in life called homework, and I did it. It doesn't matter where you got it from, as long as you get it right.
All right. There's no detention for skipping games, Kitch. Third and final question of the evening. Remember, Kitch leads 1-0. You need this point to tie it, Neil. Who is currently ranked as the number 1 golfer in men's division?
So that is a good question. I like that.
Number 1 golfer.
I can tell you who the number 2 golfer is. But we'll let Neil have a go at this question, and he'll just come up with a random American last name.
Well, if you've woken up on the 23rd of October and thrown away the sports paper, then you wouldn't know this answer. Neil, I'll give you a chance.
Rory McIlroy.
Guess what? He's gone and got it right. Rory is the right answer, which means we have to go into the tiebreaker.
Now, the obvious question is, do you have a tiebreaker question?
Absolutely not. I make this up, Kitch. I make up tiebreaker questions. Right?
You know, when I hosted the quiz and you were away, I did a tiebreaker question.
Okay.
And I made it a year.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, who was closest?
Makes sense.
And the question was, what year did Ireland make their test debut?
Right. That's a nice question. Yeah.
And it was between Pranav and Returns. And I think Pranav was like 2004. I was like, what? It was 2017. Anyway, what's your playoff question?
Well, Kitch, knowing how passionate I am about English football, I had a chance to stand next to the coveted Premier League trophy a few days back, gush of memories coming back to me. So I have to ask the question about one of the successful managers of the Premier League, one of my favorite, Jose Mourinho. And the question being, how many times has this man lifted the Premier League trophy? Numbers based. It's easy for everyone.
I'm going to go in early. Kitch.
Go for it.
Un, deux, trois, 3 times.
Final answer is 3?
Yeah.
And the French part of it, was that French, the number that you...
That is generally how you count to 3 in French.
In French, all right. Guess what? Mourinho's Portuguese. He's won it 3 times. And that is the right answer.
I'm clapping myself. Hang on, I've got to put the quiz theme in there. Thank you very much.
This is first of its kind. Kitch was so confident, he counted in French. Not in Australian. He didn't count in Arabic. He didn't count...
How would I count in Australian? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Basically, anything with a slang, that's Australian. Or you count backwards because you're down under. Anyways, you've got the right answer. That takes you to 47 now, Kitch. Winner of the quiz. And guess what? It's football questions that actually got him through.
Actually, yeah, both
2 questions, football, numbers
both
based.
Premier League questions. That is amazing, Kitch. Well done.
It was a good one today. I enjoyed that. I'm going to take the recording of this and frame it on the wall. TSB, Talk Sport Business on Talk 100.